Hello again, it's Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery in the backyard, and it is obscenely hot, so if I make mistakes when I talk, you'll understand what's going on. I have this exciting but bland, for me, lackluster, just too darn flat thing. And you can see that it's a skyscape with a tree line and all that other good stuff. But what I really want to do is play with some tools. And I think what I'm going to start with is giving myself some room, maybe with a scoop. Yep, I think with a scoop. We'll try that. And let's also put some lighter blue color in the bottom of that, which I happen to have over here. Maybe even, I don't think that's metallic, but it might be. It doesn't really matter if it is. I'm just sort of using it as a base color, and it turns out to be a color that I don't use that much. Sometimes I ignore these bottles, even though they're great bottles by comparison, because they don't plug up like these do. And I do love my 16-ounce bottles, but I don't love that I can almost always count on them being plugged up for me. But I do like the idea of being able to use that Prussian blue, and that's probably more paint than I need. I would bet that was a lot over enthusiastic. But I'm going to obviously have to unclog some of these pretty quick here. And I did shake that. I do shake my paints right before I use them, so I eventually have to use a torch. And that's because there's pouring mediums in them, like the GAC 800, to keep the paint from getting super thick. Excuse me, when it's thick and it's drying, the GAC 800 will help prevent it from cracking, and works pretty well most of the time. My whole point to this sky color was to darken it up so I could maybe put some stars in if I wanted to. I'm not sure what I'm going to do yet. I wanted to use my scoops, but I haven't done so. I'm going to start short, and I think I'm going to tip. And I'm just going to use as much paint as I want. And be as free as I want, because I don't think I'm risking much of anything precious. It's an okay painting, I like it fine, but it's not, it's very good fodder for what I'm thinking about doing. I better do it pretty quickly, because otherwise I will probably not be able to be out here very long. It is 100 degrees if it's 90, and it's definitely 90. So I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to grab an edge catcher, and then I'm going to have to look at this right side up, because I'm letting you guys see it the way you can see it. And I have to decide pretty quickly here if I'm going to add some more paint. I'm going to let that go right over the side and then tip it back again, so I don't have that. And I'm going to try and see that lump I just saw that I'm not seeing. Okay, well, it's my turn now, so I'm going up here, and I am going to add some more paint, because I can, sort of thing. The name of my book on the Amazon link. And I will be tipping all that down. These little white dots in the sky sort of make nice stars, actually. Kind of like that. So I do redos, but I don't often do two-stage paintings, and the longer I looked at this, the more I realized the first stage wasn't exactly what I actually wanted as much as it is now. And I'm just going to keep letting things go down there. And I've got Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatulas, which means I can come over here, let's just do that, and grab that color off of that edge catcher, and if I'm careful, I can meld those two things. Got plenty of paint on that edge of the canvas. I think what I'd really like to do is tip it back in the other direction. My plan had everything to do with changing the tree line also, and I would love to just keep on top of this, as in add some other things up above. It occurs to me my glasses are not on my eyes because I'm squinting up a storm. So why don't I put those on my face and see what I can do with my skewer, because the skewer is a great tool for shimmying along and running over the edge and dragging a whole little tiny wall of paint with it. And so it's a really good tool for coverage with very little waste, because it's just sort of rolling along there, and I like that. And I don't know how many places I can do that in the body of the canvas, the dry areas, because it'll also drag a pattern with it when it goes, and it'll go down a canvas if I'm not careful, which would be okay if there's a wet layer behind, but there isn't. So it is what it is, like so. But I did say I was going to tip that, so I guess I will tip that again while we still have any. Wow, the paint is setting up really fast today. But it would, wouldn't it? It didn't keep me from wanting to paint, as you can see. I thought I had a large lump of something in there, and I'm kind of looking for it, but I'm not seeing it. Whatever's over here is okay with me. And I can steal some paint too. And then I can take my spatula and what's on it, push it right over the edge. Alright, so I'm going to wipe off my spatula and think that that is pretty cool. I'm not unhappy with that. And I'm going to have to take whatever I've got left, if there are little areas that I want to fix, and use it. I like the other colors showing through a lot. I kind of think, I might be imagining, but I kind of think it's exactly what I had in mind when I started it to begin with. I'm going to cover that yellow, even though I liked it, because I don't think it belongs there. I might be sorry later, but I don't think so. Alright, I got 9 minutes left, and what I want is to let you guys see what's going on so far. And I probably should not work on composition upside down, although that's one trick you can always use if you're worried about your compositions not being balanced. Just keep turning your artwork. That is really, really super heavy paint there. Alright, so I do have paint in another scoop. I don't know why. Never mind. And I'm going to come back here, and I'm going to use similar but not the same colors for my trees. And I really want, yeah, I want that to come out. And I want some other purple, because they will mostly be in shadow. Yeah, and I will put up with the fact that it's, there we go. I'd like a copious amount. I probably interrupted myself, I'm sure I did. I'd like a copious amount of paint so I can spread those all over the place, but I don't know how this is going to work exactly. I haven't exactly done this before. And I love the patterns in my trees, don't get me wrong. I hate to be unappreciative, but I just need to do what I need to do, which is to play fast and loose with paint and experiment. And I'm going to wipe my spatula off. Not that I'm going to need it, but it's always nice if your spatula is clean. And even if you leave it for just a minute, you're going to get schmutz built up, and then you're going to have to clean that off with something a little bit rough. I use a scrubby. Alright, so what do I want to do? Do I want to dip my rakes in there? I was kind of thinking of adding colors right in there, but that doesn't really make much sense to me. So I think I'm going to shovel my way through this. And I'm going to try, okay, large at the bottom, small at the top. I'm going to try and conquer this enigmatic process. I may have to add some more paint. I may be sorry that I did that, but I also may stick my basting brush in there, which could be the perfect solution if I'm clever. I've been known to be clever sometimes, not all the time. If I put a dribble down there and put my shovel in, that works pretty nicely. So we'll just do that right now. See if we can make it all the way to the end without getting too purpley mucky, and I think I've proved to myself that I can't. But I'm almost to the end of the painting here. I really don't want to waste any paint, and I really am going to use my Princeton Art Tool Catalyst spatula. Now I had this idea for a while that I might want to try some chain. This might be the most risky possible day for me to try chain. And now I'm getting all purple. Destroying everything. Oh well. Go from the other side. Dry canvases mean you can wipe some of the paint off. Let's just put that chain right in my hand. So we got a purple tree line. Okay then. Maybe with a little less heat and a little more time I could probably conquer this. I'll take what I get and try and love it. I was kind of thinking the tree wall was in shadow, so it'd be okay if it was dark. I wasn't really expecting it to be quite as dark as it is, though. I'm going to pull a bunch of that over so I can let it fall down on the edge and fake out the design. Kind of like the little bits of color at the top. I wonder if I can allow myself to keep them. They're okay. I think it's time to find out what the skewer is going to do, because I think that's perfect. The perfect tool. It makes me want to put some of that green gold in there. We have a few cells, but since the Prussian blue and the dark purple sort of annihilated everything, okay, that works. I still didn't change the configuration, the angle of my tree line, so I get what I get. I got some cells popping. I get some texture, it's okay. It'll still be what it'll be, but it'll be more interesting than it was to me. We got 2 minutes left. It's not that easy to try and figure out how to make a masterful composition in 20 minutes. So I know you guys will forgive me for sharing techniques with you that that you can use and take your time. I really did mean to be able to tip that and forgot all about it. It's too hot to work out here. I'm going to have to do something mindless and fun in a minute. It's not like I left myself any leftover colors. I'm going to snag some more. But I am definitely thinking that it's kind of cool to use the bamboo skewer to push the branches down, because it shows the color through. I like it. There are some things to like, and maybe there'll be another day I work on this. Who knows? I do want something in my bottom, in my foreground, and I'm not entirely sure what it should be. Kind of the sort of feeling like the same as everything else. It'll be whatever comes out, I guess. Maybe a lot of purple. Hey, I got my wish. So I'm just going to squeeze a lot of that right in there and hope that I can get it out. Do I want to stir that? I do. I kind of want to stir that a little bit. Do I want another color? I kind of want some black in there just because. And that's the blue. There it is, way, way over there. Yep, I'm just going to give that a shot. And then mess with it. Because it needs to be messed with. Obviously, I don't want straight stripes. And I want a goodly amount of paint. That leaves me with my last and most interesting idea, which is, can I do what I want in 20 seconds, in 2 minutes, which is, I was thinking about changing these tree stems. Stems? Yeah, I'm hot. Trunks. To something not, whatever they were, they need to stop being that. And I like what I'm doing more than what I had. And I can obviously pull all that down. Whether I can do all this in the time I have is questionable. See? Questionable. So I've got 2 minutes to tell you guys everything I want to tell you, which is, if you shop my Amazon link, you help me out. And if you watch more of the video, you help me out. The longer you watch, the more the YouTube algorithm goes, hey, she's popular. And they give me better placement, which in turn helps me make a little bit more better income, or at least an income from YouTube, and that will keep me painting for you guys. So I really appreciate your help. The same thing with the thumbs up. I have sold a couple of nice pieces of artwork recently, so if you are somebody who's interested in owning some of my artwork, please just contact me through YouTube, or should you so desire to try and remember this email address, it's the initials EASPB and then the word gallery @gmail.com, and I'll get back to you. I also give classes at the house in Spring Hill at the studio, and I have Pinterest and Instagram links underneath, show more underneath the video, along with the paint pouring recipe should you be searching for that. I want more tree stems. I want to change it up a little. I really wanted to put some more of this yellow in there, but I don't think I'm minding how it turned out at all, so I'm not going to worry about that anymore. I'm going to put another tree over there and drag them around the corner. Yeah, why not make the forest a little uneven so it has some more interest, because it was just not doing it for me. What have I forgotten to tell you? Probably all kinds of stuff. Oh, there's a contest running every month for anybody who decides to contribute to try and help me run the studio and keep making videos. And on the end screens, in the last 20 seconds of the video, there are over 600 videos, but there is specifically a video this month right now showing 10 by 20 inch canvases and the prizes for the drawing that will be in June 2019, on June 8th actually. And there'll be a new contest after that, as soon as I figure out who the winner is. Oh, that's cool. Look at that. I just discovered that. That's neat. It shows through the really pretty colors from behind. Let's go up. I don't mind that either. So I'm going to run out of time before I can tell you everything I need to tell you, but I can tell you that I appreciate your comments. I appreciate all the contributions you guys have made so far to keep me going. Thank you so much, people. And I love you guys. And I love your comments. Did I say that? I do. You guys make my day every day. I read your appreciative comments so happily. Put a big smile on my face so many times. And there are over 65,000 of you, and you're going to be gone in a minute. And I'm going to be torching this paint down here at least to release the bubbles. And I definitely like scraping through. So I recommend that, because it made a whole lot of difference in the way this composition looks. I'm going to take a couple more minutes and steal a little more paint and fix some more trees. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Anon. And on and on.